Okay, so this is Module 4, Lesson 22. And what they are trying to do on this is we are still adding double-digit numbers. This time we're throwing in a third and possibly a fourth of the double-digit numbers. But rather than doing it vertically, we're going to be doing it horizontally. And the reason for that is to try to get them moving toward doing it in their head. So being able to do it mental. So what we did was when you have like a problem A, you have 5 plus 5 plus 7. And what we're trying to get them to do is see that they can make a 10. So 5 plus 5 makes 10. So then you're able to do 10 plus 7. And like we say, everything added to a 10 is easy. So that makes 17. When you move over to a problem like this, what they're trying to get them to see is that, hey, there's still 2 5s there that can make a 10. So if I'm looking in my ones, I'm seeing that there's a 5 here and there's a 5 here, and that is going to make a 10. So we've got a 5 and a 5. Add those together and I'm going to make a 10. Looking in my tens column though, I have, if I pull out, I've got 2 10s over here, which makes 20. And I've got 2 10s here, which makes 20. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm adding 20 plus 10 plus 20, which is going to give me 50. And then I can pull this down. And yes, it looks messy, but it's kind of showing me what's inside of your brain and putting it on paper, which is the hardest part. So that would be 50 plus 17, or they could even do 50 plus 10, because 10s are always easier, which gives me 60. And then 60 plus 7 would make 67. Just trying to get it to mental status rather than having to write everything down. So then if you look at the problem like this, now we've got the same problem, but we added in 100. So what they are aiming for them to be able to do is see that they can pull out the 20 and the 5, and then pull out again the 5 and the 20. And the only reason I put the 5s together is so that they could see that they need to add those up. So now you've got a 20 and a 10 and a 20, which is again going to give you 50. You're going to put that with this one, which is going to be 10 plus 7. So we're breaking it all down into 10s and 1s. So they've got 50 plus 10 plus 7. It's going to give them 67. But that they're going to add that 100 back in. And so their answer is going to be 167. It looks very confusing. Hopefully, just putting down kind of what's happening in their head, they seem to be okay with telling how to do it without writing it down. The trouble comes when they actually have to write it down. So I'm going to go ahead and do B real quick just to kind of show you. So what they're wanting them to see is that this makes a 10, and that 10 plus 5 is going to be 50. So that when they move to the next one, they can see again that the ones right here make a 10. Then I'm going to pull out my 10s, so that's going to be 2 10s, which is 20, plus the 10 that I had here, plus 3 10s, which is 30, is going to give me 60. Then I want to pull the 10s and the 1s out of this number. So that's 7 10s, so that's going to be 60 plus 70. 7 plus 6 is 13, so that's going to be 13 10s, or 130. And then finally adding in that 5 for a final answer of 135. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message down below and I'll try my best to answer it and help it make a little more sense to you. But hopefully this does help on tonight's homework. The homework looks exactly like this, and all we're trying to do is pull out those 10s and 1s so that we can make it a little bit easier for them to add these up. Hit the like button down below and subscribe, and you'll always get updates on my new videos as they come out. I hope this helps. Thanks.